you're putting at risk pretty much the same people that you're trying to represent and to make feel proud of you. So like, it's very conflicting, right? So to this candidate, honestly, I love this, you know? You're doing everything right. The Q&A and the gown as well, very daring. I love it. I stand. Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. It's your boy Luis Portelles, and for today's video we have a very special one because we're gonna be continuing our Q&A analysis of regional pageants from the Philippines. For the past month or so, I have been reacting to different local pageants, and honestly it has been a very interesting journey because you get to see the candidates as they evolve in order to get to a national stage. And so far I have really appreciated everything that they did during the Q&A segments. So for today's video we're gonna be reacting to the top 5 of the Q&A segment of Miss Ilocos Norte 2021. I already covered Miss Ilocos Sur a few days ago, and some of you messaged me and asked me to cover this one as well. So I'm excited to get into it, and I'm wondering how the girls are going to handle the questions. Now, the only thing that I'm going to ask from you is that if you enjoy my video, please go ahead and leave a like so that it gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And last but not least, let me know in the comment section down below what did you think about the questions, the answers, the delivery, and my feedback as well. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. I really hope that you enjoy it.
Only one will become Miss Ilocos Norte. In random order, here are the judges' top 5 finalists.
The first finalist with a chance to be Miss Ilocos Norte 2021 is Miss Vintar.
Come on, Miss Vintar. Let me see what you got, girl.
Also entering the top 5 is Miss San Nicolas.
Wow. I love the gown. Very traditional, but a little sexy as well.
Forward in the competition is Miss Nueva Era.
Nueva Era. Wow. That's a statement color right there.
Still in the running is Miss Pagod.
You know what? I'm just gonna say something like, the host is kinda cute. Am I alone thinking this? But I mean, I'm blushing a little bit. I'm gonna need his name in the comments, okay? So you know what to do. Wow. Oh my god. Okay. I don't want to stop too often, but oh my god, this is a beautiful gown, and it's one of the rare black gowns that I've ever seen in pageantry. So damn, who designed this?
Ladies and gentlemen, our final contestant in the top 5 is Miss Pinili.
She's so happy.
Congratulations to our top 5. Let's give them a hand, ladies and gentlemen.
The gowns are like very creative while also keeping like the traditional essence. I love
that. A round of applause for doing such an amazing job. It's so hard to be Miss Ilocos Norte. Ladies, now comes the difficult part, because one last hurdle stands between you and the crown. Let's continue the competition with our final question and answer round.
Before we start, let us inform everyone in our top 5 that each finalist will only have 1 minute to answer a common question which will be asked by our panel's chair. While waiting for their turn to answer, our finalists on deck will wear soundproof headphones so that they do not hear their competitors' answer.
Okay, so it's the same question for everyone, right?
Let's begin.
And they got 1 minute.
Let's start with Miss Vintar.
Alright, Miss Vintar. No pressure, but we are expecting a lot from you right now.
Vintar, your question will come from the chair of the Board of Judges.
Good evening, Miss Vintar.
Good evening, ma'am.
Your question is, if you knew you were a strong contender in this competition and suddenly found out that you were positive with COVID-19, would you keep this a secret just to stand on stage today and probably win
I've
the
heard this
crown?
question before.
Or would you tell the organizers and lose the opportunity to win Miss Ilocos Norte this year?
Naimbag daw ka, Ilian, and thank you for that question, ma'am. Without a second thought, I will certainly inform the pageant organizers that I am currently experiencing COVID-19 symptoms. Because I believe that a true Miss Ilocos Norte is selfless and always thinks about the welfare of her ka-Ilians. My personal gratification of winning the fame Miss Ilocos Norte, a prestige which all of us candidates desire, should not sacrifice public health and safety. Because I believe, or let us all remember, that health is wealth and there is nothing more humane and noble than selflessness. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Miss Vintar.
Okay, I really liked her answer. I feel like she addressed the question properly. She was having a little bit of like sound issues with the microphone, but that's, not her fault at all. And when it comes to the answer itself, I do believe that it is the right approach. When you're in a competition, it's not just about yourself, but you also have to think about the other candidates. You have to think about the crew that is working for the pageant as well. And ultimately the audience as well, because most of these pageants, they have people who come and they join the competition and they just witness the entire thing. If you are selfish enough to keep it a secret, then you're pretty much putting everyone at risk and jeopardizing the entire event. So I feel like that would be a dumb decision. The delivery could have been a little bit more smooth, but I don't have a major issue with it. So far so good.
Take the headphones off for Miss San Nicolas.
That gown is high. If you know what I'm saying.
Good evening, Miss San Nicolas.
Good evening.
Your question will come from the chair of the panel of judges.
Hello and good evening, Ms. Nicolas.
Good evening, ma'am.
My question for you is, if you knew you were a strong contender in this competition and found out that you got COVID-19, would you tell the pageant organizers or would you hide it?
Thank you for the wonderful question. As a Miss Ilocos Norte, I am here to be a voice, to be an influence. And I would not hide that I am a COVID patient because I don't want to risk the people's life in order for me just to get the crown. Because I am not just here for the crown, sash, and prize. I am here because I know that I have a purpose, and that is to inspire, motivate, and uplift the sagging spirit of the youth this time of pandemic. And I thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much.
I really like how she presented like the sagging spirit of the youth during the pandemic. That's a very good way to present it. But I definitely agree with her answer. I feel like already the delivery was, much better for this candidate in particular. And also, I really like how she approached it, that I'm not just here for the title or the crown or the sash, but for what it represents, because I have a voice and I want to lend that voice to the people of the locality, right? A lot of time people forget, but that is like the essence of a pageant. It's not just about the beauty of it or the glamour of it, but also to represent the people around you, to give them a voice and to make them proud ultimately. So if something like this happened, that you were competing on a pageant to represent the entire region and suddenly you catch COVID and like you keep it a secret, you're putting at risk pretty much the same people that you're trying to represent and to make feel proud of you. So like it's very conflicting, right? So to this candidate, honestly, I love this, You're doing everything right. The Q&A and the gown as well, very daring. I love it. I stand.
Nicolas.
Take the headphones off for Miss Nueva Era.
I love how they present with the music as they walk. It's like so
Good
dramatic.
evening, Miss Nueva Era. Your question will come from the chair of the panel of judges.
All right.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
My question for you is, if you knew you were a strong contender in this competition and suddenly discovered that you were positive with COVID-19, would you keep this information from the organizers just to be standing here tonight? Or will you admit it and possibly lose the crown or the opportunity to win Miss Ilocos Norte?
Good evening. I will immediately notify the organizer, even if it means that I need to forego my crown, my chance to win the crown. Why? Because this is the least that I can do to save lives, to save my fellow candidates and Ilocanos. And I could sleep calmly at nights knowing that I was part of the solution rather than complicating the problem. And may I just take this opportunity that as I stand here in front of you, I am a symbol of hope, and even without the crown, I did what a Miss Ilocos Norte should do. After all, I am a woman of the North, empowered to conquer greater heights. Nagyamanak! Thank you, Miss.
I love that. Honestly, these candidates are all amazing so far. And before we get into her Q&A, I would like to compliment, her styling. The hair is beautiful. The makeup is beautiful. She is like glowing like a goddess. Gosh. So to begin with, props for the very passionate delivery for the answer. I feel like this is how you should do it. Maybe she was like a little bit too carried with it, but that's okay. On the spot, you just feel like a lot of, empowerment and all of the energy going through your veins. Another good point that this candidate in particular made was, not notifying them immediately would be me pretty much putting people's lives at risk. And that's also important because we don't emphasize enough, the consequences of the pandemic and the real risk, which is to lose lives. We often think of like getting sick or like spreading it to friends and family and stuff like that, but contaminating others, but it's also losing their lives. Can you imagine how would you feel if one of your loved ones or one of your friends and family members loses their life because you were not responsible enough to tell others that you have the virus, and instead of taking the steps to make sure that it doesn't spread, you just decide to think of yourself and still compete for the crown? That will be like extremely irresponsible, and I'm pretty sure that even if you manage to get the title, the crown, they will revoke it from you at that point because that's not a queenly behavior. So props to this candidate, amazing delivery, I loved it, and I want more. Let me see who's next. I'm excited now.
Take the headphones off for Miss Pagudpud.
There she comes with the black crown.
Good evening,
So
Miss
beautiful.
Pagudpud. Your question will come from the chair, the panel of judges.
Hello,
Let me
good evening,
moisturize.
Miss Pagudpud.
Hello and good evening to ma'am.
My question for you is, if you knew you were a strong contender in this competition and suddenly discovered that you were positive with COVID-19, would you keep this information from the organizers just to stand in front of us tonight on this very stage? Or
What would you do?
would you tell the organizers and, of course, possibly lose the opportunity to win Miss Ilocos Norte this year?
Okay, before the candidate gives us her take on the answer, I would just like to know, how would you guys answer this question if you were on her shoes? Let me know in the comment section and I will be reading you. I'll be judging you though.
If I am positive with the virus, I would choose.
Miss Ilocos Norte this year.
If I am positive with the virus, I would choose to tell the organizers because I believe that our health is worth more than any crown. Our health is something that we need to treasure all the time. The crown is temporary, but our health is forever. That's all. Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Pagudpud.
Okay, very simple answer. I don't feel like she elaborated as much as she possibly could. However, I do have to say that she did add a different perspective, which is like our health. Like very often when we talk about the pandemic, it's about like taking care of others and making sure that we are not putting anyone at risk. But then we also tend to neglect ourselves. We also matter and our health is very important, should be a priority. So I do like the fact that she brought that, to the forefront and was able to include herself within the entire group of people that we need to protect at all costs. In the beginning of the video, they said that each candidate has 1 minute to answer the question. So I don't feel like she used all of her time, or at least a significant part of her time, to really put as many, arguments and justifications as she possibly could. However, as a whole, when you look at the top 5 Q&A, I feel like each one of the candidates did very, very well because they all brought like different perspectives. Like no one had the same exact answer, maybe like similar aspects, but never the same. And that's very hard when you think of a top 5 of really, really beautiful and smart candidates being asked the exact same question. Also, you have to tell yourself that this question is not something that, I don't feel like it's one of those answers that is like extremely polarizing, because it's just like a rational thing to do. If you are a decent human being, you will probably just tell the organization that you're sick in order to protect others. So I will be really surprised if someone comes on stage and they're like, no, I will keep it a secret. That will be like very controversial. But that's just my take on it, right?
Take the headphones off for Miss Pinili.
come from the Board of Judges.
Hello, good evening, Miss Pinili. My question for you is, if you knew you were a strong contender in this competition and suddenly discovered that you were positive with COVID-19, would you keep this information from the organizers just to be standing here tonight to win a crown? Or will you tell the organizers and surely lose the crown of Miss Ilocos Norte this year?
I am a responsible citizen. Therefore, I will tell the organizations that I am positive with COVID-19. First and foremost, it's not just about me. Yes, I have a dream of the crown. Me and my mama and my family dream of this, but the people around me, they also have their family that they treasure all their lives. So I wouldn't want to be the cause of a bigger problem. So definitely, I will tell the organizations that I am positive. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, I really like her answer, possibly one of my favorites, I would say, because she really focused on the family aspect of it and also thinking of other people around you and their loved ones as well. I feel like it's very noble. It's a very genuine approach to it. The end wasn't the strongest. I feel like she was just kind of like just going with the flow, and then suddenly she realized that, okay, I just answered the entire thing, so thank you. So I would have loved to see like a strong ending, but overall the answer was very, very solid. So good one. I loved it. Yes.
Miss Pinili.
There you have it, Kakailyans. That concludes all the rounds of the competition tonight.
I want to see the
We have
coronation.
results tabulated
Who
by
won?
the Genius
Who do you
Force,
think won?
LMSU's ICT, headed by Dr. Saturnina F. Speros.
We shall begin with our fourth runner-up. Our fourth runner-up will be receiving 10,000 cash prize, Sirmata Provincial Learner Scholarship Grant, Globe Home Prepaid Wi-Fi, and 1,000 worth of Charity gift certificate.
Sana all.
Our
I'm gonna
fourth
compete myself.
runner-up goes to Miss San Nicolas.
Hey.
For this year's third runner-up. The third runner-up will receive 12,000 pesos worth of cash prize, Sirmata Provincial Learner Scholarship Grant, Globe Home Prepaid Wi-Fi, and 1,000 pesos worth of Charity gift certificates. Our third runner-up is Miss Pinili.
Oh, yes. I'm really surprised because I thought like her answer was stronger. But I don't know, maybe like the performance overall during the competition.
The second runner-up will receive 15,000 cash prize, Sirmata Provincial Learner Scholarship Grant, Globe Home Prepaid Wi-Fi, 3,000 worth of Charity gift certificate, and of course, a Samsung Tab A from High Factor.
Our second runner-up is Miss Vinta.
Oh. Very good.
Our first runner-up will receive 20,000 pesos worth of cash prize.
Wow.
Sirmata Provincial Learner Scholarship Grant, Globe Home Prepaid Wi-Fi, 5,000 pesos worth of Charity gift certificate, and Samsung Tab A from High Factor.
Our Miss Ilocos Norte, on the other hand, will be receiving 25,000 cash prize, Sirmata Provincial Learner Scholarship Grant, Ilocosmetics at the Black Nazarene Hospital, skincare and/or cosmetic procedures worth 30,000.
That's a lot of prizes.
3,000 Gcash, Globe Home Prepaid Wi-Fi, 8,000 worth of Charity gift certificate, and of course a Samsung Tab A from High Factor.
To award our Miss Ilocos Norte 2021 is Zarina Llanyo, Miss Jamie Harrell, and Governor Matthew Marcos Manoto.
Miss Ilocos Norte 2021 is Miss Pagudpod.
Congratulations to our first runner-up, Miss Nueva Era. Miss Pagudpod.
Oh. Deserved, because she's truly very maganda. So there you go, everyone. That was the top 5 Q&A segment of Miss Ilocos Norte 2021 and also the coronation moment for the top 5 candidates. I hope that you enjoyed the video and that you also enjoying my feedback and comments for each one of these candidates. As I said, just let me know in the comment section what you guys think about the answers, the questions. If you want to leave your own take on it, that will be really cool. While you're at it, don't forget to leave a like on my videos that it gets recommended to more people. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one almost every single day. And last but not least, come here and give me a hug. That's a little tradition on the channel. You know that I love you, that I appreciate you. Thank you for coming and spending a few moments out of your day here with me. And until I see you next time, please stay safe, be kind to one another, sending you all my love, all my kisses, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.